please hold.
All the glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Nate the GOAT from Please Hold. The following episode of Please Hold was recorded at All In Recording Studios. Please like, share, and subscribe for new episodes of Please Hold. In order to win, you have to be all in. Okay, we are here for episode 8. Like what? I do want to take this moment just to say I am missing the other half of Please Hold today. She is on the road right now handling some business, so we are just praying for her safe travels. Sina, the finesse kid, we praying for you, girl. And I don't want to say like good luck on your journey. I say just safe travels, you know? Prayers to the fam, prayers to you. There go that speech impediment. And we're going to see you for episode 9. You're going to be back and you're going to be ready to get this shit. But for now, because you know I needed that extra person to bounce this energy off of, you feel me? I got one of my best bitches, y'all. One of my best bitches from the Kennesaw State University since 2013. My best bitch, Lotus. Hi.
Hello.
Oh my. Oh, I hear you on the mic. Ooh.
You know? Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
I'm so excited that you're here with me.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so
course.
excited. This is so exciting.
Yes, I'm glad that you're here. Like, for real. I know we've known each other for years, but
yeah, it's been
just the past couple of months has been like really fruitful for our friendship. For real.
I agree.
I can honestly say that.
Yes.
It's
like
it's
been quite lovely.
Oh, it's been so.
That's been really, really nice for real. Yes, more memories. You know, good vibes
to add on to.
Cheers to that.
Oh, I did bring my special great co-host a gift.
Handy dandy.
You know my favorite brand, Sutter Home, a Pinot Grigio.
Pinot. Okay.
So we finna sip. Mm-hmm. Y'all grab y'all motherfucking glasses, grab your blunts, grab your vice, whatever you want to grab.
You know what I'm saying? Little.
Okay. Come on, boy. Come on, lot of flip.
You know what I'm saying?
But we here, and we gonna take this sip. And get this show started, period.
Yeah, that's good.
So I want you, go ahead, introduce yourself to the people. Tell the people what you know. I would plug you, but there's so much shit on your resume.
Oh, man.
I can't even boost you fully because it'll literally take me over an hour and a half. It'll take me a few days.
Oh my God.
So
you're too kind.
Go ahead and boost yourself, girl.
I mean, as my girl name said, my name is Lotus. Some of you may know me as Bree, and that's cool. But my name is Lotus, and and I love y'all either way. You know, what am I? It depends on the day.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, but I am a photographer first, business owner, co-founder, along with my right hand, Deja.
Shout out to my big booty bitch.
Shout out to Deja. Nocturnal Visions. We out here. We just turned 7 this past summer.
Yes.
And we are working. It's been awesome. We got to, you know what I'm saying, facilitate a lot of things this summer. We got to, you know what I'm saying, be a part of Donda. It's been a grand summer, and we're just looking forward to
the report,
the transition into the fall. We got a lot of good stuff coming. We got a docuseries to be on the lookout for. We got some merch dropping. Be on the lookout for. It's coming. They think just because you don't post it's not happening, but it's happening. Okay.
Period.
Yeah. So humbly, respectfully, I'm out here. I'm a PA. Also, I'm a singer, songwriter. Editor,
talented, talent.
Yeah. I also, am a person of the community. You know what I'm saying? Love community work. So yeah, I'm just a child of God. Out here trying to be a vessel.
Amen.
Let Him use me.
And He's
get
been
to
using you, girl.
You feel me? Okay. Really though. Shout out to my mama. I love you.
Oh, let me just say one thing. Like it's become tradition now by like. There it goes. Excuse me. I burp every episode. And it's not on purpose. It just happens that way.
Maybe it's just like one of those signature things.
It may be.
You know?
Probably. Yes, it is. It definitely is because it happens every single episode. But 7 years.
Yeah, it's been 7 years.
It's really been 7 years.
Well, you know, we started out with XMT.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before we even had a name. And
I remember that. Y'all was standing at the end of the runway just flick.
You know, girl, and that stuff took hours. We made sure everyone had like individual photos. Like, it was crazy.
And y'all did that for real.
Yeah, we really did.
Those pictures were really nice.
Thank you. Shout out to XMT, man. Wow, the OGs.
The OG XMT.
Y'all know who y'all are.
The OG XMT. Okay.
Throw back to the picture in Waffle House. They know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Come on, picture in Waffle House. What is this?
Man.
Pre 15?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Where does the time go? It's really 2021.
We really not 18 anymore.
We're not.
We really not chilling by the fountain.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Yeah, we're not. Like, damn.
Chilling by the fountain until like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Girl, the fountain. Oh my gosh.
Going to the hoop.
Oh, the hoot. Girl. Well, punch in. Ain't no nipples in the hoop. Oh, Deja know what I'm talking about.
What's happening?
So, there's this girl that we knew that went to Kennesaw. Mm-hmm. Well, we never experienced it like this. It's crazy. I've never actually told you this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so exclusive.
The exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So we were in the hoot. You know, you be ordering the chicken tenders and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Be busting with the fries.
Yeah.
So Shorty, you know, she was there. And I don't know how the topic came up, but she shared with us that she was indeed missing a. Yes. And
with chesticle.
Yes.
A boob.
And showed.
A titty.
And we said, wow, it's really not there. Like the areola.
That's
there.
Yeah.
But there's no.
So it's just she flat chested on one side.
On one side.
Oh.
Yeah. So
did she have
I don't know. I didn't ask any further questions. I was just taken aback enough, you know.
It was just one of those moments where it's like, oh. Okay.
So ever since then, there ain't been no nipples in the hoop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The correlation. I never would have thought that,
You
bro.
never would. And it's like a real thing. We're not even being funny, like dead ass.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And what year was this?
This was like, man, this might have been like 2014, 2015. Because I think it was 2014 because we were still playing pool in the pool hall.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I missed the harmonies at the fountain though. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Justin.
Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Gospel Choir. Shout out to Justin again because he is the reason I even met Deja.
For real, we was on the green.
Well,
y'all was
no,
in the
Vince.
Mm-hmm.
Vince's party. Remember Vince's party? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes, because we met Deja like during the first week of school or something like that. Mm-hmm. She was just chilling on the bench by the green. We're like, let's go talk to her. Let's go talk to her. Let's go make friends. And then we all went over. It was Vince's house.
It was
that big brolic nigga.
He was selling the edibles and stuff.
Hell yeah, that old ass
man. She was
man.
sitting in a chair like this.
Oh
yeah, she was geek, bro.
Oh.
And I was like, who is that? Yeah, and Justin was like, oh, that's Deja. She's like, hey, yeah, meet her right here. I was like, okay, girl. Then I saw her the next day walking across the bridge, and I was like, hey, bro, you good? Like, you good? We was lit last night. And she was like, yeah, bro, you smoke? And I was like, I mean, sometimes, you know, and that was just Murder, She Wrote. You know?
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Connections being made on the grounds of Kennesaw State.
You know what I'm saying? I literally, all of my best friends in life that I even have now currently, I met at Kennesaw.
Wow. Yeah, there's some dope ass people that come out of there.
Honestly, y'all real genuine, you feel me? I don't got to look over my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to question nothing.
I'm about to say, not everybody.
Not everybody. I'm talking about my folks.
Yep.
You know us.
Yes.
The select few. The select. Okay, you know who you are if you got the question.
Right.
I'll drink to that.
Ooh. Sip. That's so... You all right? That was it. You all right? You good? The Lord gave you lungs to breathe.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Breathe, child. Breathe. Breathe, damn it. You good, girl. I mean, that shit was good.
Yeah, it was. And I was laughing, so it like... choke me up. And we're walking.
This episode gonna be so fucking funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to Deja. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to the great people that came out of Kennesaw State.
Yes, follow us on Instagram.
Oh yes, promote.
Yes, follow us on Instagram at Knock Visions, NOC Visions, VISIONS. Okay, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on everything. Don't follow me on Instagram right now because it got hacked.
We don't touch on that because niggas is bored out here. Niggas is bored out here, bro. And it just makes no sense.
It's so unfortunate, bro. So, like, whatever you see them posting in my story, it's not me. They're not going to post any pictures because they don't have any pictures of
Period.
So, except for that crazy, they took a screenshot of me, like, in my, like, they hacked into my phone, bro. It's a violation. I didn't know whether to call the police or, like, throw my phone in the garbage. Like,
that's so, why are they so invasive? Like, how did you even get that?
I don't know. I was on the phone with Apple for like almost 2 hours, and we got to like figure it out and everything. And we got to figure it out. And so, pull
it in on you, girl. Get comfortable.
Okay.
You see.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was on the phone with them, and we got everything figured out, but I had to like wipe my entire phone. Had to reset everything, all my iCloud stuff, everything. Oh my gosh, it was just a nightmare, and I'm still locked out of my account, and I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna try this thing that someone sent me, this little hack or whatever, and see if I can figure it out because I want my page back. But if not, I did make a new one at thelotus.hi, thelotus.hye. You know what I'm saying? So if you see me, hit the little follow. And I don't have no profile picture right now. Give me some time.
She's not a spam. It's actually her.
It's actually me, but I
watched her create the page. I am a credible source.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate you. So yeah, we out here. But they just trying to stop my shine, but they can't. So we out here.
No, period. So y'all give her a follow, because even if the other page don't get back, which we are praying that it does. Yes. But if not, this next page will be better than ever.
It's gonna be poppin'.
Should have even gone poppin', yeah. Shawty Sean.
He wearing that hands, he wearing them jeans, he looking at the
keep me
poppin'.
Ooh, this wine working early.
Poppin', yeah.
Did we mention she could sing?
Oh.
Do we have like? I know you said the docu-series. Can you talk a little bit about the docu-series a little bit? Or is it like, that's too exclusive? Like, that's too much. That's dipping too much in the pond.
Oh, man.
It's just a little tidbit. Just a little like, describe. Can you describe the docu-series?
So, basically, let's see, how can I say this without saying this? It's going to be, like how you got to know me. Yeah, like it's gonna be like on that type of time, like kind of get to know who's who, what's what, what's going on.
Nice.
What's happening.
Well, we excited.
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
And I've seen the exclusives.
Yes, you have.
And you guys are in for a treat.
Thank you so much.
They drop. I'm excited for real. Like, I've been watching you work. Well, not because I haven't literally physically been over your shoulder, but like just seeing the shit, us talking often. Just when I do go over there, I just be watching you, and it's just like, damn, niggas finna take off for real,
man.
And I fully believe that, and I am praying for that.
Thank
like,
you.
they're my bitch, man.
Praise
like, y'all
Yahweh.
don't understand.
Thank God. Yes.
They're my bitch. Oh, you said God, and I
said Yahweh, and I said God.
Oh,
man.
Lord.
It's okay, because you might be.
He know my heart.
Yeah, he knows your heart. He knows my name. Yes.
This gonna be a musical too.
Girl, yes. Ooh, I would love to be in a musical. Like, what's your favorite musical?
Oh, don't ask me that.
It's hard, isn't it?
Okay, it's Of course, I don't want to just jump straight and say Hamilton. I've been a fan of Hamilton since 2015.
Okay.
Since it was on Broadway, since it won the Tony, I have been a Fizzan.
Fizzy.
Like through and through. So I would say if I was just to come off the dome and say, yeah, Hamilton, we are outgunned, outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned. Like it go hard. Like if y'all have not watched Hamilton, it's been on Disney Plus since December 4th. It's been there.
Oh, you got Disney Plus?
Yeah, girl. I got everything. You need to log in? I can give you the login. I'm plugged with the logins now.
Please, plug me in.
I got HBO. I got Hulu. I got Disney Plus. I got it all.
So just send me everything.
I got you, girl.
Thank you.
If I can find the password. Well, actually, my brother put me on them other ones.
Yeah. Look, the one we need Disney Plus. That's the one I'm mainly concerned about.
And they got everything except for Jet Jackson and a few others.
They don't have famous Jet Jackson. Rest in peace, man. That's hurtful. You know what I'm saying?
Why not put him on there and show his legacy so the other black kids running around can watch something?
They too can't save the world.
Exactly. They trying to keep us down, bro. They trying to get these shackles on us, man.
You know, get the shackles off my feet.
So I can dance. I just wanna praise you. I just wanna praise you. I can lift my hands.
I can lift my hands.
I just wanna praise you. I just wanna praise you.
Yeah.
Come on, Murray.
Yeah, man, I came up on them.
And did. Go back to your question. You know what? I'm just say Hamilton or Rent.
525,600 minutes.
Yeah.
That
exactly
was that. Yeah. That touched me.
Rent.
Rent was great.
Aida.
Okay.
What else? I listened to like so many. The Waitress. Most recently, Dear Evan Hansen.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's such a good musical.
Okay.
It's a really good. Well, I haven't seen the musical, but I listen to soundtracks heavy because I ain't got no money for Broadway.
You feel me? Because it be a little taxing.
I ain't got a lot of money for Fox Theater and Broadway and all that shit. So
the culture in this room.
Oh, you fucking with the stew?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm just soaking it all up.
It's a whole vibe in here.
It is.
It's a whole vibe in here.
It's like I'm really appreciative of all of this.
Thank you. Literally, this is all in right here.
Hey, I love it.
Amen. Yes, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
I was literally thinking, wow, get out of here.
Okay, show's over.
It's over.
Yeah,
we're getting out.
Yeah, you told me to get out, so I'm gonna leave.
Got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here.
Come on, Ty. I wanna be with you.
Yes. Please take me back.
Prodigal son.
You know?
Why Ty have to do?
Why he had to do us like that? You know? He got the juice like that. Honestly.
What's your favorite musical? You didn't tell me since we all over here singing.
I mean, it's hard. So I have like an old one that I really like. I love Phantom of the Opera.
That's a classic. That's a classic. A whole movie and a show.
Yeah. I love Phantom of the Opera. Like that's like speak to my heart. Yeah. That's like
wow.
It's doing it.
Can I be honest?
Oh my God. I know you're gonna say that.
It's not that I've never seen it. Yes.
What is it then? Please tell us. Are y'all listening?
They're tuned in. Okay. But I want to say that I've watched clips on YouTube. Okay. But have I sat there and watched the whole? No, that is a long movie to me. I've tried.
So backstory. The only reason I even got into Phantom of the Opera is because I used to be a counselor at a fine arts day camp in my hometown. And so I did that for like several summers coming up. And one of the summers, the theme was like musicals. And they were doing Phantom of the Opera.
Budget.
I had never seen it. Girl, I had to sit there with them students and watch that. And I mean, they literally brought it to life. I mean, one of the boys, I mean, he embodied the Phantom. I mean, like, I believed him. Like, yes. And then the masquerade scene. I mean, like, come on.
That was the scene. I saw that scene.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw that.
Like, it's really giving what it's supposed to give.
It's art.
Yeah, it's art. It was, I could appreciate it. And, like, I love crafty things. I've always been kind of artsy. My mom's really crafty and artsy. Everyone in my family is talented, but like to be able to make the craft and make like the masquerade masks and the fans, and then to watch them put on their final performance at the end of the summer of the play, and I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing,
crazy.
I fell in love. I bought the DVD. I'm like, I have to have it. Boom, bop, bam. And I've just, it's been with me ever since.
If you like Phantom of the Opera, I think you'll enjoy Jekyll and Hyde as well.
Jekyll and I read the book.
The musical.
Okay.
Though, like.
Okay.
I didn't see, of course, not on Fox or Broadway or anything like that. I didn't see the actual play, but we used to go to this conference called THESCON like every year.
Okay.
And
I feel like I've heard of that.
THESCON is high schoolish.
Yeah.
We used to go there every year, and they would always pick like select schools to put on these big grand ass musicals, and that's where I saw Aida for the first time. Jekyll and Hyde, the producers. There was a How to Be a Businessman or something like that. It was great shows, by the way. But Jekyll and Hyde, the way that people are just so damn talented.
Wow.
When this just reminded me when you said that little boy embodied that character. Like this 17-year-old boy just like went in. Because there's a point of the show where, because Jekyll is a doctor, and then Hyde is like, think of it as like his alter ego.
Yeah.
So there's a song where both of them are battling.
Really?
Yes. So one side of his face is like Hyde, which is like this dark, evil spirit, and then Jekyll's like this passive doctor. So he's literally like switching back and forth, and the voices are different. Like it's I'm getting chills all over again.
I would love to see that.
I'm gonna show you a video when this is over with.
Yes,
I'm gonna show you it because I
know they had to post it.
Not them, but of course,
but like an example. Yeah,
it's
okay.
I love musicals so much, and I'm so happy that you also love musicals.
Yes,
I'm so happy that you love musicals, because you don't find a lot of people that like musicals.
It's an art, you know what I'm saying? You have to be a certain kind of person to have that appreciation for a musical.
The excuse behind it, they don't really like all the singing.
But it's like, that's the point.
It carries the story.
Yes.
It literally transitions you to another scene.
It invokes the emotion.
Exactly.
Make me feel it. You broke my heart. I'm going to sing about it.
Them niggas was singing about AIDS in New York City.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, come on.
It's happening. Help us.
We're broke. We can't pay rent.
We don't have nothing.
Our friends are dying in the street.
Good faith. That's all we got. Okay? In numbers.
A good faith and a dream.
Girl, child. Barely. Okay? We keep holding on. Okay?
Oh,
for real.
But
I'll keep holding on. Do. Holding back the...
Come on. You better play. I know that's right. Big bags plus another Billy bag. Take a man, Balenciaga brought it back. All these bitches fuck. It's pop, a boogie boo. Bop. If it's then it's lean, then it's bop.
Then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck, then it's up, then it's up, do it up, bop.
That was great.
You did that.
Girl, I was over here getting it. You saw that?
Doing it, yeah.
You saw that? They need to go ahead and hire me.
Yeah, they need to put her on the team.
Period.
Put her on the team.
I could choreograph. We could do a quick little two-step.
Why are you not hired already?
I don't understand. Like, I feel like people don't see my work.
And see, that's why I'm like talking to y'all, because y'all always looking for something,
just looking for
something, very much something like.
Free, please. We on the second bottle. Oh goodness. But yeah, y'all go watch these musicals we done listed for y'all.
Yeah.
And get your life. And if you don't like musicals, I don't give a damn.
We don't
try.
If you don't give a damn, we don't give a gal. Period. Yeah, I had to put the little.
Yeah, I like your ad libs. Like, you really.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In case my mama listening, you know. I know I said a few things, but you be all right. I love you.
Ooh, mama gonna tune in?
Nah, she not. But
Oh,
in
I'm
case
about
she
to say.
decide to, you know,
How about to
she
say?
be clicking the links when I post them. You know,
I be telling my mama, don't you click on that.
well, I told my mom she can't have Instagram. I'll block her. So it was in love.
There's Facebook persona.
She doesn't even want it.
There's
Yeah.
Instagram persona.
I said good, don't ever want it. Yeah, because my family on my Facebook. That's the only thing. I don't want to say I have one cool auntie. I love all my aunties. They all cool. Mm-hmm. But I have an auntie who is real cool. Marcella, shout out to my Marcella. You know, I pull up to her crib. I stay with her. You know, she asked me if I want some. You know what I'm saying? Put me a little mix.
Yeah,
you know
just
what I'm
a little
saying? Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a vibe. You know, we'll get Smoothie King together. You know what I'm saying? It's a vibe. Go eat seafood. You know how much I love seafood. You know, yeah.
Crab legs, shrimp, crawfish.
Girl, I had a catfish po' boy last night.
You told me that was so good. I know it was. I know it. Ooh, I can just tell by the way your head hit the back of the pillow that slid down so good. I can tell.
Oh my God.
Don't you love when you buy food and it just hit different?
I love girl, yeah. Because when the food is good, I'm dancing.
Period.
Dancing queen. Oh.
Mamma Mia is a good musical too.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it? Wow.
I can go on and on.
You know, oh, what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? Want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I'm already someone's girl? In the nighttime.
I get that thing in the nighttime.
Yeah.
We finna put down a record. We finna forget the episode. We finna drop a beat right now. We finna drop on the track right now.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I have no bars.
JK, oh, you don't have no bars? I thought you was going.
You thought I was, and I was thinking in the process. I really was. I'm crying.
Yeah, I was gonna try to come in with the hook.
Yeah, bro. Like it was. I was brainstorming. What I'm gonna talk about?
I was gonna be there. I didn't know. That's why I gave like a beat that we could get a flow to.
And I almost had it. I
saw you reaching for it. I did.
I ain't quite there yet.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
You
decided to let it get back go.
Yeah, songwriting and freestyle. That's not in my ministry. Like if I drink probably like the rest of these, I might be able to spit a couple bars, but 8 bars, 16
Not the
bars.
rest of them.
Yeah, the rest of them, girl. I don't. You know, I get real sensitive about my shit.
I mean, as an artist, you should be.
So I like to be in a good space whenever I'm laying down on the track. You feel me? EP coming out 2032.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't know, you know now. And if you didn't know, then get to know it. You know what I'm saying?
A word right there. So I'm sorry, I really tried. I really was trying. Like I was really thinking about something. Like I was gonna say, like, so we in the stew doing what we need to do.
Bro, that was something, you know.
But I was like, that's gonna be lame
Bars.
Hot fire flames.
We can work on that in the spare time.
Oh yeah,
Overritas.
Give me. You said the key word. You know I like tequila.
I like that.
You know I like tequila. Okay, we gonna after before we go on a quick break. I just want to say, when I was at your house, what was that? 2 days ago?
Yeah, a few days. It was 2 days ago.
And we had them fucking Patrick Ronald shots.
Child.
With the I'm gonna tell y'all which mix y'all need to get next time.
Yeah, write this down. Get your pen and pad, okay?
Literally, please. The next time y'all trying to have margarita night with your homegirl, homeboy, with your crew,
listen closely now.
Whoever, you need to pick up.
Here it is.
The Jose Cuervo cherry limeade mix and put depending on how much you drink now, it only took me
half. Okay.
It only took me half a shot. But if
get
you
that little personal shot of Pat Ron,
literally the personal little $2 little shot,
$2 little shot. Pour half that guy in there at the bottom, okay? Stir it up. Take the Jose, then pour that up in there. Then you take a little dab of it back on top.
It's like a sandwich.
More Jose,
like
mix that guy up.
Bro, the
So
best
with.
thing you would ever put in your mouth. I
Nah,
promise
facts.
you. I promise
Facts.
you. It
So we
tastes
put
like
that guy in the freezer for like what?
an hour.
An hour?
No, because
Yeah.
we watched Friday After Next.
We did, yeah. So about an hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah, an hour and a half passed. We took that guy. I was like, we finna drink.
Oh yeah, and it was
It was over. It literally only took one drink. I wish I could have stayed long because I damn sure would have
girl
finished the rest of that shot. But
Girl.
niggas would have been asleep.
sleep. Okay, I would have threw the blanket over you.
Niggas would have been asleep.
Got your little pillow.
No, dead ass. If I didn't have to go into the office the next day, I would have stayed.
Honestly, and you're always welcome.
I love going to their house.
All you have to do is just tell me you're coming out. It doesn't even matter. I'll just be
Oh,
like,
excuse me.
cool, I'm here. That's okay. I don't mind it. We both got our hidden figures going on here.
Taraji.
Yes, I love her.
Octavia.
Janelle.
All right. Well, I love that you put, shameless little plug right over here, put yourself on. Shout out to Nocturnal Visions. They've been in the game. Y'all, but I want to see what y'all gonna do for y'all 10 year. I know y'all 10 year gonna go crazy.
Listen, because our docuseries is gonna be well within production. We've already we've already recorded and done half of the first season already. We're just securing the rest of the patrons, talents, and everything. It's really exciting though, like seeing it all come together. Deja actually, this is her idea. Like this is her baby. Really, I'm just creative directing, so I'm just happy to be able to facilitate a thing. Yeah,
And you doing the damn thing.
We out here. That's game. You know what I'm saying?
Not even PA, Miss Production Director.
I mean,
What did you talk about? What did you talk about? Speak that shit.
Yeah, you're right. I can do whatever needs to be done is what I'll get done. So whatever hat I need to wear for the day is the hat that I will put on, and I will do so.
And literally does every time.
Thank you. My granddaddy always said when I was growing up that he'd rather know a little bit about a lot than a lot about a little bit. So
a word.
I don't take that lightly. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if someone is paying me, you know what I'm saying, then it's only right that the service that I give is efficient.
Top notch,
yeah. Because if I'm spending my money,
right, I expect the same thing.
Exactly. And customer service goes a long way, and it's so sad to see nowadays like how customer service has just gone downhill. Only people that are unmatched is Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? Like Chick-fil-A, like I don't ever leave there with a with a negative feeling ever. You know what I'm saying?
My
ever.
pleasure.
It is my pleasure. And if I said, hey, I ordered a large, you gave me a small, keep the small, we're going to give you a large too.
And let me add in a little extra reward points so you can buy you a little bit more.
Yes. And I just love it because, it costs you nothing to be kind. Like, honestly. It doesn't cost, and it goes a long way. You don't know what people are going through. You know what I'm saying? You know what they got going on. And just be nice. You know what I'm saying?
At all times.
Yeah. But don't disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm going to have to get you together respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Child. Okay. And then I'm going to pray for you.
Try Jesus. Don't try me.
Try Jesus.
I was watching a video of not Carlton Banks.
Oh my gosh. He is so funny. He was on Social Society. Like a week or so ago.
Yes, the talk show. That's actually what I'm about to reference. He was like, he said, I'm gonna pray for you. But I'm gonna pull up on you.
When he was in the church, yeah.
Literally. Literally that. So
it's so funny because I was on set with the show that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the room with greatness. I'm sitting in the room with literal greatness. Y'all need to be like on the lookout for Bree Lee. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's reserved.
That'll be in the credits too. It's gonna say Brianna Lotus Lee. You know what I'm saying?
My pretty bitch.
Oh, pretty bitch. Yes. But it's crazy because I got the name Lotus from actually Javon. And
which is another cool ass guy.
Yes, we love Javon. Okay, that is my baby father. Yes, I love him. And yeah, that's bae. And period. So don't try him either.
Y'all heard the girl. Don't try her. Don't try him. Sorry.
And none of us.
Don't try her. Don't try him. Don't try they.
Because we're going to the gun range this weekend.
Oh.
Pop, pop. Blah, blah.
What's crazy? I'm going next week.
Yeah? I want to go.
Wednesday? Come on.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, shoot free on Wednesday. I don't know. I think we're going at like 6.
And shoot free on Wednesdays?
What lady shoot free?
Ladies? Okay. Yes. What time?
6 o'clock.
I'm there. It's in Atlanta? Where is it at? Smyrna. Okay, Metro.
But there is another one. I don't go to it
Oh,
often.
excuse me.
It's okay. Sound effects. I don't go to this place often. I think the last time I did go was with Sina and Mari, our homeboy.
Okay.
And we went there. It's one down on it's down in Lilburn. It's what is that fucking street? It's down Lawrenceville Highway. Off of Killian Hill. Okay. Next to Salem Missionary Baptist Church. Shout out to y'all because y'all my church.
Okay, Salem.
But it's called Main Street Guns and something. They shoot free on for ladies too on Wednesdays.
Okay, let's do it because I'm so excited and honestly, I love you because I'm just so happy because it's like I love all my friends and I just cherish our friendship. You know, I don't take it lightly that I can call you and you're gonna answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? And there are a lot of people that will call me and you know what I'm saying, they get whatever they need, but then if it's like I call, it's like it's okay if people don't answer the phone. You know, folks are busy. But it's like, you know the difference between when you reach out to someone and if they actually reach back. You know what I'm saying? Like to check, like, hey, are you good? Like, are you okay? And like when they're calling, it's not just, hey, I need this, but it's like, how are you actually doing? You know what I'm saying?
Let
like,
me check on you first. At least say, how are you before you ask me what you need.
Yeah,
like,
not like, hey, can I borrow $20?
Oh, my day was great.
Well, thank you, because I just finished crying, actually.
You want to keep it a buck.
You know, right. No. So, yeah, so I just appreciate that. I love that you check on me, and it means so much to me.
You know you my girl, man.
Yeah, you're my girl. We go to church together. We talk about God. Like, there's not many friends that you can, like, really genuinely
break out in, like, full-on worship sessions.
Full-on worship. Like, yeah, it's so needed, and I just cherish that. So I hold you right here.
I hope you under my titty.
Right at the bundle. Right at the bundle. I told Javon that the other day. He FaceTimed me, and I was like, hey, and I was like, oh my gosh, I literally hold you in my heart. And he was like, I love you, and I was like, I love you too. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I literally feel like I have to tell my friends I love them every day because you just don't know. Wow. People are leaving here.
And that's what I appreciate about our friendship because you're literally getting me to say 3 words that I just, it hurts to say those words sometimes. If I don't mean it, I ain't gonna say that shit.
No, facts.
And just because you say it don't mean I gotta say it back.
Facts.
But I genuinely love you.
I love you too.
Like genuinely, you
and
are.
I'm gonna always tell you that. Like I'm gonna tell every time I see you, I'm gonna tell you that. Before I leave you, I'm going to tell you that.
Please don't make a nigga cry.
Straight up, it's facts. That's you can ask anybody.
You know, niggas been drinking this wine, girl.
You know, it's really emotional out here, but I gotta tell you that, girl. Because tomorrow's not promised, so we can live for today.
Tomorrow is not promised.
It's not, you know what I'm saying?
Cherish those around.
Tell your people you love them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you never know what's going on in people's life. I had some crazy stuff happen with a close friend of mine, and, you know, you just don't know. You just don't know.
Never know.
You just got to love on folks.
At all times. Genuine love.
Even if they not loving you back. And that's the part. Yeah, you got to extend the same grace that you want people to give to you.
You know, these are a journey. You know, we're working.
Yeah, we're working. Look, the Lord is working on me because I am by no means perfect, okay? I don't always get it right, but I try really hard. Like, it is, like, something that I keep at the forefront. Like, I make it a point. It's a priority to me to, like, be nice. Really be kind, because I'm not going to say nice because I'm not always nice, but I am always kind. There's a difference because you can't always be nice to folks because they need to understand that this is what's happening.
I see that as real,
you know
though.
Yeah, it's real.
It's
real.
But
I'm gonna still be kind. I'm gonna still respect you, and I think that's where people.
I'm just telling you what the fuck is up.
Yeah. Period. Like don't pass this line because passing this line is gonna get you where you don't want to be.
Exactly that.
Yeah, and that's okay. Because if you wanna go there, I can take you there. You wanna go there? All you gotta do is say yeah.
I'm saying. Amen.
Not for real. Well, yeah, it's all love, y'all. I love everybody. For real.
You show that. You show that all the time.
I try to. I be feeling like, I don't know. Sometimes I be feeling like, dang, for as many people as I know, where everybody at? You know? They be feeling
dropping
like
flies, man.
Yeah. Or people just like watch, which is so weird to me. It's so weird to me in a way because it's like, why are we just all watching?
Like, say hey.
Yeah.
Reach out.
Yeah, like, why are we just watching? Like Like, congrats. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I see something good happen for someone, I say congrats.
All the time.
Like, yeah, man, because it's like, it's hard.
Even if we don't
people
talk, man.
Because people out here are struggling. They working. It's like a mix, a whole pandemic we got going on, you know?
Really that.
We still making things happen.
All love at the end of the day.
Heard.
On that note, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and me and Lotus we'll see what happens. I feel a good conversation, bro. I mean, we already have been having good conversation, but I feel like we're going to go a little deeper.
Deeper.
Or we're going to get a little funnier or a little bit of both. Who knows?
Dysfunctional.
But stay tuned after this break. We'll be right back.
Pew, pew. I want to thank you, God, for giving me one more chance.
And we're back. And we're back onto our second bottle.
I'll drink to that.
Y'all, some great conversations have been happening in this room, which is not, it's that's all we have.
It is, actually.
That's really
We've
all
never
we
had
have.
a bad conversation.
And I admire that so much because you can't have like a lot of genuine conversations with a lot of people.
For real. Or they
Or it's
don't
just
really
very
care
empty.
what you're talking about.
They don't care. They're just listening. I won't lie. I will not lie. If I'm high, okay? If I'm high, I tend to space out.
No, me too sometimes.
Okay.
But I come back. I'm here. And I'm like, yeah.
It's just when I do come back, I done missed the whole story and I be feeling bad.
Oh, damn. That's happened to me a few times, but I was like super geeked.
Yeah,
like,
my friend.
It's like kind of unreasonable to even expect me to have held any of that information, you know? 'Cause my eyes are closed, bro. Like,
not even my eyes be closing or like, I really, this is so personal. I really need to go get checked for ADHD.
Oh, no.
Some shit. I promise you. Like, because I feel like I dissociate a little bit. Like, I just, and it's worse when I'm high. This is so personal. Oh, my God. But it's really gets bad when I'm high. Like, my friend described it as astroplaning. Okay. Like, I just go. And and I realize I'll be going, so that's why I try so hard to like, all right, I'm awake, I'm listening. And then you'll say something. You could say you can say anything. And that'll lead to me thinking about a memory. That'll lead to me thinking about something else. That'll lead to me thinking about life. Next thing you know, your whole story gone. And you like, so what do you think? And I'm like, well, girl, just putting two and two together, trying to put two and two together with the information I got. Yeah, girl, like, fuck him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to generalize. I'm trying to, I got the spark notes.
It's crazy that you said that because while you were talking.
You went away somewhere?
Well, no, I'm here.
Oh.
But it's like I kept you here, but you said something that made me think of something else. That made me think of something else. That made me think of something else. When you were talking about astroplaning, I immediately thought about astroturf, which made me then think about Jamie Foxx. And then from there,
it's just you just go. You just go.
That is so funny.
You just leave, and it's like I don't even try to, and I really be feeling bad because I want to be attentive.
Yeah,
I'm trying because I know people like. Not saying that this is every situation, but if you're venting about a situation, like I'm trying to be as present as I can because I know you're a friend to talk to.
Because you need me.
Yeah.
You need my ear right now.
You need my ear. Yeah. Like, fuck. You need that shit.
Yeah.
So, because you wouldn't have come to me if you didn't.
Yeah.
But you just need somebody. So I try my hardest. But sometimes when I'm high, and I think it's a good thing also because it's like you're still getting it out, and in some cases like you don't even need my advice or suggestions, like you just need somebody to listen to you get it out. So it works like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you ask for my advice and I'm high as fuck, at the end of the day, girl, fuck him. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you.
Noted.
Like I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I really am working on it. But I do tend to dissociate sometimes. I can admit that.
Yeah. It's crazy. Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali. Like, have you seen Godfather of Harlem?
No.
Man, watch that because it's so amazing to see how closely Malcolm X is portrayed. Like just visually.
I feel like they had the same theologies.
Yeah.
I feel like they thought the same. I don't know if I don't know much about Muhammad Ali, but I feel like if they were just so close in proximity, like all the time, there's 2 pictures up here where they seem like they best buds.
Yeah.
I don't know the history, so whoever out there can like correct me. But it just
I know
feels
some,
like,
but it's not enough for me to feel like I can give you a dissertation.
Yeah. I just judging off the pictures alone, I feel like they did have like a close conversation and they exchanged ideas and thoughts.
Because, definitely, for sure.
He was a boxer, so I feel like he was about that rah-rah shit. Like,
well, they touched on some of that in the show. Like, you could kind of see.
What's it on?
It's on Prime. I have
that as well.
I think it's on Prime. I have everything on that TV. I honestly just be clicking on stuff. Rest in peace, Kobe. It hurts me.
To this day.
Yeah, man.
To this day. But we're gonna give our still thinking about you, boy. Still thinking about you to literally don't talk about Kobe.
Yeah, no, I cry.
Don't talk about Kobe. But with him sitting on our hearts, I do want to transition into like a more it's a serious topic. But I do want to like touch on, because we both have experiences with this. Basically breaking those generational curses within our families and helping us get to a better mental state. Because I do feel like the things that have been passed down through our families, our generation is just now starting to like really wake up
and unlearn a lot of
stuff and like pinpoint where things happened, whereas the people before us, which they blame millennials for everything. Y'all blame millennials for everything.
It's not our fault, bro.
It's not our fault. Y'all built this. Y'all built all of this.
Right. We
just living in it.
Correct.
We just living in it. Yeah, advancing it, maybe. Yeah. Advancing.
Well, for sure.
But
making strides.
Y'all made this the way that it is.
Correct. We trying to fix it.
We want to fix it, and y'all were just so content with what it was. Y'all got a problem with how we fixing stuff. Nobody want to stay in a job because they just got to make money. We gonna find another job that we actually like to make money. Yeah. But going back to generational curses, I think that certain things that have happened to you in your childhood, you didn't know what the fuck was going on because you didn't know. You just thought you were just living your life. And this is just what it is. You didn't like it at the time, or you may have loved it and just didn't realize what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
But that carried into your adult life, and now you're reflecting, and you're just like, damn, I can't carry that shit into my next bloodline.
It's not for me.
I cannot. Like for my family, a generational curse, and it's not just money. Which I think that most of our Black people, us, we think that the major generational curse that we need to break is financial problems, building generational wealth. That's the main generational curse that we need to break. How am I going to make sure that my kids and my grandkids and my great grandkids have money? But there's so many other things that you have to break. For my family, it's alcoholism. And I'm getting deep, y'all. I'm getting real personal. Hey, it's Nay. But like, here I am drinking Sutter Home too, talking about alcoholism.
I'm screaming.
But that's just one thing that I know we need to break: alcoholism and the fact that niggas don't communicate. And we could all be living in the same house, but we just don't communicate as I would think a family should.
Wow.
I would go over to my friend's house and like, I feel like we touched on some another episode, but it's a different concept. Like we would go over to other people's house. I would go over to my other friends and I would just see how they would just interact with each other. And I'm just like, this is weird. Y'all actually talk. Y'all actually ask how niggas' days are. Like, you're actually checking up on them. Like, what is that? What is this?
And who are you people?
Who are you people? I like it.
Yeah. Can I come over more
Can
often?
I come and stay?
Yeah. Can you adopt me?
Yeah, literally that. But yeah, as far as that, like, that's the one thing that I've been like scared of when it comes, because we're in that age. Everybody's getting engaged, everybody's getting pregnant, everybody's moving on, creating families and whatnot. And that's one thing that I'm like terrified of, because I don't want to bring that into my family. I want to be the type of mother that literally knows what you got going on. Like, you are you good? Like, is your mental state good? I want you to feel like you can come to me and talk to me about anything. Like, you have a safe space at home. Like, your home is a safe space. You don't have to go looking out for nothing. And I hate when Black parents be like, I'm not your best friend. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, to your point of being scared about that, I feel like just the fact that you want that is a great start. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people who don't even think like that. You know, they just say, do what I say, not what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because parents are wrong.
Yeah, they do be wrong. And that's the thing that I can actually appreciate as I've gotten older, with my parents, with my mom specifically, is that, like, you know, she'll apologize, you know, if she was wrong. Like, you know, she'll be like, you know, I'm sorry, like, you know, whatever. I just wasn't, you know, I was in this mood. And, like, we've gotten better because my mom and I, growing up, man, she's my mom. I love her, you know. But we didn't have the greatest relationship. Like, it was a relationship, but it's like it wasn't what it could have been for a lot of various reasons. And then it's like I saw her like as against me. And then it's like as I got older, I understood what was actually happening because my parents are now divorced. They've been divorced for I think almost 5 years now. So it's like I've known my parents to be together basically my whole life, you know. And so it's like making that adjustment, and that is a generational curse in my family, divorce. My grandparents, they're divorced, never seen them married. My grandfather's remarried. My mom's sister is divorced. My mom's oldest sister never got married. My dad's side of the family, both of his sisters are divorced. Like, you know, it's just everywhere. And that's something that frightens me because it's like, wow, I thank God because I haven't adapted this perspective, but I have thought about it. Like, wow, like I could give 30 years of my life to someone and then they up and decide that they don't want me anymore.
Right.
Like,
what do you mean?
What do you mean? Like, I'm looking like that Mr. Krabs meme. Like,
oh, what's happening? What the fuck?
Yeah. And it's like, wow. But then it's just like on the back end, look at the fruits of your labor. Like, say we had kids or, you know, whatever else. So it's not like all is not lost, but it's just like that is something that concerns me sometimes. But then when I look at it and I think about what I have seen, it's like I can learn what not to do because why things led to that. Because I feel like I want to marry my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Because
literally
it's like,
that friendship comes first.
You know, let's be friends so I can learn you, I can know you, you know what I'm saying? And we can take that a step further and it be a natural gravitation, you know what I'm saying? Natural growth, not something that is forced because, oh, I'm attracted to you. Like, I don't want someone that just lusts after me. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want someone who cares about my soul. Like, you know, I want someone who, you know, is attentive. I want someone who is intuitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. That way, you might come home from work and boom, you ain't got to do nothing but take a shower and exist.
Let me cater to you.
Yes. So like, oh my gosh.
Because I want
giving
to.
And all that stuff is a
literally
big part of my love language. Just affection. I love food. Therefore, I love to cook because I love to eat. Yes, and we love the flavors. I'm a true Southern belle, you know. Yeah, solid as they come, you feel me? And
is.
Yeah, because, listen, you ain't had homemade chicken tenders or chicken nuggets until you had mine. Period.
I'll be waiting.
I mean, listen.
I'll be waiting.
They was buy one, the chicken breast was buy one, get one at Kroger.
I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
Yes, girl. It's so good. And I've perfected, me and Javon like to cook together. And well, he likes for me to cook for him, and I like to cook for him. And for his birthday, I made salmon tacos, fried salmon tacos. And I made the queso from scratch. This was my first time making queso, but it came out really good. And then the second time I went over there, we were supposed to make honey garlic wings. But the chicken was it was not doing what it was supposed to do. So we ended up making the Cajun honey shrimp. It was fried. Girl.
I just nutted.
Yes. And then I made mashed potatoes with the red potatoes, little skin. And then I made some broccoli.
Oh, I just nutted.
Yes. It was very thorough. Sorry.
Sorry about your couch.
Sorry about your couch.
Definitely soaked. Definitely that.
Yes. So we love that. Gonna try to do like some infused meals.
Stop it. Getting me excited.
That'd be heavenly.
Ooh, just to go off of that. Well, not the cooking, but just to go off of that, like, I know you were, you said 5 years ago. So, like, I'm trying to think of the question I want to ask. It's more so like what was the effect of that? Like,
I mean,
fuck it. What did that do to you? How did that make you feel? Like, what happened with the rental?
It was really, really difficult because I am super, super family oriented, and like growing up, like I spent most of my time with my family. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends were my cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Like, yeah, and like
literally
the other friends that I had were from church. You know what I mean? So, and they were also considered my family. So it actually affected every aspect of my life. It affected my life at church because things were happening at church. People were being weird. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. I didn't feel at home anymore. Like my sense of identity was in question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, well, who am I if my family's not together?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all you know.
Yeah, that's all I've known. And then it's like, you'll get set up with these expectations or it's not going to be this way, and then it's nothing like anyone said. It's nothing that you could have really actually even prepared for, you know? And it's like you're looking at it like, wow, wait, was my whole life a lie? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you people? Like, actually, you know what I'm saying? And you get and coming to Kennesaw was my saving grace because I could take a step back from it, and I can actually take the time and create a life for myself, decide who it is I want to be, and not who I'm expected to be.
Right.
You know, what's expected of me, because when you leave the house, you're representing your family. You're representing not just you.
Where you came from.
Correct. So it's like, that's not something that's taken lightly in my family. You know what I'm saying? So you best be You best be doing what you need to be doing.
Exactly.
You know, correct. Because don't make someone have to call me. Okay.
Child.
Yeah. So it was kind of like one of those things, and I was just really hurt because I'm a daddy's girl, and it dramatically affected our relationship. We're still trying to pick this thing.
That type of stuff takes time.
It's hard, because it's like now he's remarried, and it's like, it's just a lot of things happen fast for me personally to like be able to digest. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like mourning. Like, really, like it's like mourning someone but still having to survive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still having to focus and stay on track to what I want to do for my life and myself, because they've already made their choices. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like also still trying to figure out how to navigate the waters of maintaining a healthy relationship with my parents, which my mom makes it a bit easier for me. You know what I'm saying? Just because we have been actively working on that. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. And it's like, we know that we have grown a long way. Like, my mom knows some stuff about me that I thought I was going to take to my grave. You know what I'm saying?
Moms be knowing.
Well, she found out, and I'm so happy that she did, because it was just a weight taken off of me. You know what I'm saying? It was like I felt free. Like, it was like I didn't feel like I was hiding in plain sight. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I can appreciate that, and I'm grateful for that. And I feel like that is a generational curse that we broke, because, you know, before that, you know, I can't say that she feels how I feel about her own mother. You know, and I love my grandmother. Wow. She's great. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's definitely something that we're breaking, because, you know, I can be myself more now as an adult than I ever felt like I could be, you know, coming up. And I'm just like, wow, like, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just want to cry about how much I love my mom, because it's like she really got my back. That
next step has been taken. That next level has been achieved in your relationship.
Yeah.
And so I don't think parents like realize how much their decisions affect their children,
because it's like, how can I trust what you say if everything that you taught me you're now being hypocritical about? Like, how am I supposed to? How
Bree,
do you, like,
why are we the same person, bro?
I just got a lot of questions. You feel me? And it's like, it's not that you have to give me an answer or an answer that I want to hear,
right?
But don't bullshit.
Don't
me,
bullshit.
Bro.
I'm
like,
literally your seed.
Yes,
like you can tell me the truth.
Like, how can you be present for someone who is not your child before you're present for someone who is? You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like, that's hurtful, and you don't even think about how that affects your kids.
No, because they're like, it's your child. Like, you're my child. It's not your business. It's not. Yeah,
I've done enough, so I'm gonna take my hands off and figure it out.
No, you always need that parental like connection,
and it's not even like financially. You know, it's like, even though that would be nice, but we ain't had that in a while, and that's okay. But it's like, you know, just for me to feel comfortable enough to, like, if I called you with an issue, like, say, for instance, my car broke down, I would hope that you would do more than suggest what it might be.
Right. Yeah, literally, your child is stuck on the side of the street. On the
you feel me?
Like, what are you gonna do?
Downtown Atlanta. It doesn't matter how far you are from me, because, like, if I called my oldest brother, and that's one thing, there's another generational curse. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. So my parents and their siblings, their relationships, they're not very fluid, I guess. It's there, but it's like, you know, when you lose like the matriarch of the family, it devastates everyone, right? And so, like, my grandmother passed back in 2017, actually a month after I graduated from Kennesaw.
It's different losing a grandparent.
Yeah, it is. It's rough, and we're both April babies. Our birthdays are 5 days apart.
Bro, why are we the same? Like, okay, so what's your grandmother's name?
Zadie.
Rest in peace to Zadie and Tisha Louise. Zadie Mae and Sadie Mae. Zadie Mae?
Zadie Mae. Zadie Mae Clinkscale.
I like that. R.I.P. to Zadie Mae and Letitia Louise.
I'm going to name my daughter Zadie.
That's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
I thought you said Sadie the first time, but Zadie is...
Zadie with a Z.
Zadie's cute.
Thank you.
I love that name for her.
I love her. It's so crazy. We're so close. She called me grandma.
Oh, that's crazy. My grandma, we were like just on the topic of grandmas, but like losing a grandparent is literally like the worst feeling. And I know we love our parents. We love our parents. And I'm going to be devastated when my parents leave this world.
Yeah.
But to lose a grandparent that was so active and so raw with your relationship, it's a heartbreaking feeling. And me and my grandmother were a day apart. She was born on the 10th. I was born on the 11th. So
wow.
Yes, like literally, I feel like I was her birthday gift to her, and we were just so connected. I forgot where I was going with this, but just that's I'm very excited that we're not excited, but I have made the conclusion that we are literally the same person, and that's why I love you so much, because we've gone through some of the same experiences.
Yeah, I love you too.
Forever. But rest in peace to our beautiful grandparents, man.
Yes, man. I went and visited
that we're
my
trying to break
gravesite. What was it? Maybe I won't even say it's been 2 weeks. It might have been 2 weeks max, and it's just like, wow, like you just don't realize. Like, I think about, wow, we used to sit under the shed. My dad's side of the family's from Anderson, South Carolina, and we'd sit under the shed and we snap peas and shuck corn.
It's just little stuff like that,
you know. Yeah,
little memories that you're grateful for. Sitting out on the
front porch and no one saying anything. We just existed, or coming in the house and she might be back there in the side room on the piano. There's this thing. Have you heard of solfege? Yeah, my grandma used to do solfege. That's something they actually invited my home church in South Carolina to my home church here in Georgia.
Wow.
And my grandma and, like, you know, their members and stuff, they got to do solfege, and it was like one of the most awesome memories that I have. And it's just like, wow, like, you know, it's music. It's something that I love, and I love that it's literally in my blood. But like it's so painful sometimes that it's on a back burner for me a lot of times, just because of everything else that I have actively.
You're
working.
gonna be tapping into some things. You will definitely be tapping into things. Doing the music thing.
So it's just like, I want to feel, honestly, even though I know I can sing and I could make music and everything like that, I would love to just arrange projects, like arrange music. I have
you can do it.
I have an ear for that. I met this cool guy when I was actually working the Donda event, and I'm supposed to link up with him to do like some songwriting.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. But generational curses. My mom and her sisters used to sing with Tri-City.
I love Donald Lawrence.
Yes, I met him. Yes, I met Donald.
Tri-City Singers.
Yes,
Go
girl.
get your inheritance.
Go get it. Go get it. Yes.
You're in.
Yes.
Okay,
So my mom used to like
started.
go to all the conferences and stuff growing up. Like I've been exposed to so much growing up. Like I'm just like, wow. Like, so I think that's why whenever that question would come up when you're a kid, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? It was so hard for me. I used to always just say lawyer because I want the big bucks. You feel me?
Pediatrician.
Yeah, but it's just like, why are we doing this to our kids? Like, why are we causing them to have a limited mind frame of what they can be when they get older? You can be literally everything.
And that goes back to like just people thinking finances is the only generational curse. That's the most important thing to break.
Yeah.
Because literally kids are getting talked out of their dreams because it's not going to make them money, quote unquote. Like niggas change majors because their parents wanted to talk them out of what they actually wanted to be pursuing because they put this fear into us that we need to be, well, we do need to be well off.
Yes.
But not at the sake of our passions.
Yeah.
I'm not passionate about sticking needles into kids.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not passionate
Doesn't
about
make you feel
winning
good.
cases.
Yeah.
That I may be representing a freaking serial killer. That doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah, it doesn't. And it's crazy that you say that because just the other day, like just this past week, when I tell you I was so overwhelmed, you know, in light of my Instagram being hacked and like everything else, like I was just like, man, I'm trying to get my money up. Like, you know, I'm trying to, you know, check off these things. I'm trying to meet these deadlines. You know, I'm trying to be more, you know, physically active and healthy, more mentally, you know, everything. I'm trying to watch what I put in my body. Like, you know, just all of these things. I'm constantly being bombarded by content, you know, and what everyone else is doing and what you're not doing and blah, 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 blah. Just all this stuff. Girl, comparison kills. That song by Jonathan McReynolds. Baby, get me through some things. So yeah.
It's great.
Girl, yes. No, I literally played that album like it was yesterday. Like it just came out. You know?
If y'all know who Jonathan McReynolds is,
please get into it, sis. Please. Sister, brother, mister.
All of y'all.
All of you. All's you. Whoever. They, them. Yes. Get into it. So it's just kind of like I called my mom and I wanted to cry. And I did. And she was like, well, what's going on? I was like, it's just so hard sometimes, you know, working towards your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're just tired and you can't afford to take a break. You know what I'm saying? You have to rest, but it's like to actually just take your hands off, you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like, especially in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're
constantly
moving.
If you take your hands off, you might have missed.
You might have missed it. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to be ready. And so it's just one of those things. And it's like if you're not here, you don't really understand it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not having to actually live day to day and understand how it works, you don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Not that you can't, but it's different when you're inside of a thing. And so I called her. I was just like, I just don't know what to do. Like, you know, I'm just feeling this way. And she was just like, you know, I wish I had myself, like how my mom is with me. She wished she had that coming up. Because my mom, she actually used to be a model.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She won Miss Black Spartanburg and everything.
Ooh.
And yeah. But she wanted to model. But my grandfather is a preacher. And so, you know, that wasn't something that she was allowed to do. They weren't allowed to play sports, you know. Oh, yes, girl, all type of stuff. Yeah, it's different. I grew up in church. So I understand. You know, I understand.
It's a whole nother episode.
It's different. And so, you know, you don't. So when you do get to college and you don't have these rules, you wild out because you don't know what to do with yourself.
It's a brand, like what Carlton said. Just like what Carlton said, it's literally a whole new experience. When you get from up under your parents' house. My parents were not like heavy churchgoers like that, but I was raised in the church by my grandparents. So like just to leave that influence and go out, it's just like, I didn't know this was going on.
Yeah,
Everything's so shiny.
Yeah, you know, oh, what's that do? What
is
button
that?
do?
And you got people looking at you like crazy, like, you don't know what that is? No.
Like, it's crazy enough. So, you know, everyone knows the Friday movies, right? Mm-hmm. And so I actually wasn't exposed to Friday movies until I was in like 7th grade. And
that's a good age still.
Well, yeah, but see, I was still behind though to them. So that's the crazy part about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I used to get bullied in school. And it's crazy because you don't remember what people say, but you remember how they made you feel.
Those little instances. Ooh,
yeah.
Middle school was a tough time.
No, it was god awful. I hated it. Hated every waking second of it. But the good friends that I did have, they made it worth my while. Shout out to them. I hope they're doing great in life now if we don't talk still.
Shout out to the middle school friends.
Yeah, actually, it's crazy because I have a few middle school friends that we're still friends to this day.
Yeah.
We've been friends all the way through high school, through everything.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's actually going to be featured on our docuseries.
Oh, exciting.
He just opened up a shoe store.
Homeboy.
Yeah. And so it's so exciting to be able to incorporate my lifetime friends. Like, we have 12 plus years of friendship, you know, and I'm like, wow, like, you got your own business, like, you know, you're out here doing just it,
watching that evolution.
Yeah, and it's so amazing just to be in the room. It's just like, look, I'm just so happy for everyone around me.
Right.
Like, it's not even about me. Like, and that's kind of how I move and I live in my life. It's like, it's all bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? So if I can help somebody, you know what I'm saying, I would do that. Like, be it not necessarily monetarily, but like if I can extend myself or another part of myself,
be a service to the community. You know, yeah.
I feel my best self when I'm giving. Like, honestly.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
And I don't know. I used to feel like I was crazy for that, but like I just lean into it now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm like, well, why would I fight this?
Correct.
Yeah.
Just to touch back on like that mother-daughter relationship, I know you said something like your mother wished she had that.
Yeah, she wished she had someone that would have supported her dreams. So she was like, cause she even said, she's like, I mean, I could have been rebellious. I could have done that, and maybe I'd be somewhere different right now. But you know, and then also the sacrifices that she made to be a mom. You know what I'm saying? Taking the back seat and letting my dad propel in his career, you know what I'm saying? And she's not going for what she wants because
she has the children to take over.
Correct. My dad spent most of my life traveling. Yeah. Like, he stayed in China for a few months at a time. Sometimes, like, he's been to Brazil. He'll stay there for like 2 weeks or, you know, wherever. He's just been all, and then we had this thing where we would collect magnets. So he always bring back like a cool magnet from wherever he went. Nice. Yeah. Or like jewelry or like, you know, whatever little trinkets. When he was in China for that long stint, he brought back all types of stuff. Like,
oh yes, bring back some souvenirs from China.
Yeah, very cool. Like the kimonos, like all the slippers, like actual pink pearl earrings, nice. Like all type of stuff. And you know, it's cool, but it's like, it's crazy that the amount of time that you realize someone misses out on. It's like when you just see them.
And nobody think like, oh, I know that you're doing the best for the family. I know you're thinking for the family. And yes, go to work. Please go to work. But it's just the mental toll that it takes on the child, especially at a young age. And you don't even acknowledge that. You're just thinking everything. I'm taking care of my family. That's all that matters. I'm taking care of my family.
But it's like then when you come home, it's like you've already given up your time to whatever else. You know what I'm saying? You've already given that up.
Where's the time for me? Where was that?
Right.
You missed
and
pivotal
I could
moments.
understand how that could have made my mom feel, you know, just as a wife, you know what I'm saying?
Her missing her husband naturally, yeah.
Right. And then it's like to go even further, and it's like now you got, you know, all these, you know, different activities and stuff are involved in, you know, all type of stuff. And then when you get older, it's like, and especially being that my parents are separated, it's like now I'm the only one at home. I'm the baby. So I'm the only one that's at home.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm by myself. So I don't have anyone. Like, I don't have anybody. And I'm splitting weekends. I'm going to my dad's on this weekend.
That takes a toll,
you know,
on
a lot of
somebody.
different stuff. Yeah, it was a lot. Like, I mean, there's a point in time, and I was still in high school when my parents first initially separated.
That's a pivotal time.
Yeah, and it took a toll on me. Like, there's a point, you know, there's only a certain amount of days you can miss from school. I think I was 1 day away from that number. And like, you know, it was really hard, and I was angry. I was really angry. I would say that is something that I experienced a great deal of anger. My parents put me in therapy. which I'm grateful for. Because it taught me how to set boundaries. And, like, even now, I still do some steps sometimes when I get angry. Like, I have my anger very, very much under control. Like, it's almost kind of scary. Like, I don't allow myself to, like, really go there because it's like, if I let go, who's to say? You know? And I don't want to be angry. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that. I don't want to feel that. And that gives people power over you.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm going to just forgive you because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know. So I'm going to forgive you, not for you, but so I can keep
so
my
I can
peace.
move on and literally do what I need to do to make sure I'm right in this world.
Yeah.
And parents don't think about that sometimes, and they haven't thought about that. And I just am very so appreciative of this new generation of parents coming out because they have a new mindset.
Yeah, and I want my kids to be able to talk to me, you know, and I'm glad that I can talk to my mom now, but it's just like, for as close as my dad and I were, like, there's so much he just doesn't know about me. Like, I feel like my dad knows me up into a certain age. Like, I don't feel like my dad actually knows who I am today.
Yes.
Like, right now. Like, I feel like he grew with me, and then he probably knows me until I was, like, maybe 21.
Yeah.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, you know, you can't really say that you actually know me. I give you updates because I feel like I don't want to shut you out. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you can only love and operate with people within the space that they give you. Wow. Yeah. And that's the part for me, especially with a parent, that's hard because it's like, I've never felt those limitations.
Oof.
And now that I have them, how do I
manage?
Yeah. What do I do? And how much can I say?
Yeah.
How much can't I say?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is appropriate? You know what I'm saying?
Even in a grown age.
Yeah, so it's constantly being calculated, and it's like, that's where also another generational curse I appreciate with my mom, because you know how I said about their siblings. My mom raised my siblings and I to be like this. I mean, you couldn't stick a pin between us. You know what I'm saying? Like, reliable.
As it should be.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when our parents are gone, we're all we got. Yeah.
Literally that.
Yeah, and it's so crazy to see, like, how my mom and her siblings are, how my dad and his siblings are, and they're grown, like, you know, we retired, grown, you know what I'm saying? And, well, not my mom yet, but
it's coming.
Yeah, it's on the way.
It's
coming.
It's
but
coming.
it's like, you know, I see that and I'm like, wow, like, when the holidays come around, I want everyone to want to be together. You know, I don't want anything to feel separate. I want it to feel weird if we're separate. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be uncomfortable if we're not together, because we have to fix this. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're family.
Yeah, whereas, you know, holidays are very hard for me now as an adult because I'm constantly splitting my time. And even more so is that, and this is going to be real personal, there is not any time made for me on my dad's side. Like, and that is a huge adjustment. You know what I'm saying? He's remarried. He's got his own thing going on. It's like hard not feeling like you're a part of what's always been yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a stranger. Like, I feel like I'm not
That's
welcome.
exactly how I feel on my dad's side of the family as well.
And it's hurtful because, and I don't feel that way with his siblings, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, everything feels like walking on eggshells. You know what I'm saying?
It
does not feel
natural. Type of person to be. You can't truly be yourself around these people.
I ain't fake.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go anywhere where I feel like I have to dim my light or be less of who I am to make someone else feel comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. So if that's the case, I'm just not coming.
Right.
And that's okay. I'm fine with that.
Because I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. And not that I can't be uncomfortable, because I know there's a lot of growth in that, and I have done that. But it's like,
in these types
I ain't kissing no ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. And it's like, also, I'm a person and I deserve respect as well. So if how I'm feeling and what I believe to be right for me is not respected, and that same energy is not reciprocated, there is no need for us to share a space.
Right.
If we already know that. So why am I going to subject myself to what I already know to be true? You know what I'm saying? The only apology I want is change behavior. And if you're not going to do that, then just keep it pushing. And, you know, we'll check in.
And it's just so crazy because all of this happened because they didn't pay attention to how it affected their children. Nobody paid attention to that.
And see, my mom did, because my mom's already been through this. Because her parents were divorced before I was ever here. You know what I'm saying? She's already been through that. She's already been through the, having a shorty, and now you getting remarried to the shorty, and the whole you dig. You know what I'm saying? She's already been through that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, literally, I can imagine the nightmare, you know what I'm saying, of living it twice. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I just strive to
change.
Yeah, like, and I'm so happy for my brother. He's married. He's the only one out of all of our first cousins that's married. But none of us have kids out of wedlock. None of us. And he's their daughter, my niece Hannah, is the first great grandchild in our whole family.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's real nice. So it's like, wow, like, that's an example, you know what I'm saying? Someone, you know, and I love that my mom's younger sister, she so funny. So my grandpa wanted a boy. He didn't get any boys. He got 4 girls. Oh. And my Aunt Jean was the last one.
Aunt Jean, I met you too.
So it's funny because, since she was the last one, they named her Freddie. So her name is Freddie Jean.
Oh.
Freddie Janine, really.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's so funny because my uncle, her husband, used to call her Freddie. And I was like, Freddie?
Why is your name Freddie? That's a man's name.
Freddie.
That's a man's name.
But it's so endearing, Black love. Like the way he calls her that and how she just comes. Oh man.
And that's something I wished I would witness to, like, in home. I didn't see that. I saw it
sometimes, but when I did see it, it was foreign. It was like weird.
You know? It was like y'all
growing up, right? Like y'all good, you know?
Watching, like, I can't even say aunties and uncles because I can only say my literal goal for marriage is my R.I.P. Tisha, my grandma and my granddad's relationship. Oh, wow. Like the way that they built, the way that they came together. They both were divorced and they came together. And the thing that she told me whenever she saw my granddad, shout out to my granddad Red. I love him so much. I'm going to call him tomorrow.
That's funny. You call him Red. We call my grandpa Red Fred.
Yeah. His name is James. We call him Grandpa Red because he had red hair.
Stop it.
He was like,
my grandpa's middle name is James.
That's so crazy. I'm getting chills.
Isn't it?
But my grandma literally would tell me the story, and I love the story every single time she told me, that when she saw her husband, it was like this golden aura was around him. And she just knew in that moment, the first time she saw him, this is my husband. I'm going to marry him. And this is the second husband because my dad's dad, R.I.P. to my grandpa John. But, you know, they were only married for a year. They had my dad and they divorced shortly after that.
Oh, wow.
So the years later, she went through the rigmarole with other relationships. But when she saw that one man, my granddad Red, she was like, I see you. I see the light that you're giving off. And you're my husband.
Yes.
And you're going to be my husband.
Absolutely.
I don't know if he said the same thing, but he knew. That's my wife. That's my wife. And just witnessing, or not even witnessing, but hearing about the love that they had. Yeah. Getting real personal. My parents, they don't, I won't say they don't have that. They definitely have love. There's a lot of love in the house. But I can't even say traditional love, but just like the way relationships come about, the way that I want my relationship to be, they're not like that.
See, I think I get what you're saying. See, my parents weren't friends.
Yeah, no, separate, like literally West Side Story. Like, you're from over here, you're from here. My mom's a bookworm. My dad was the partying
Yeah, my dad's a Q, so.
My dad's a Q too.
See, girl, we're more alike than we think.
My dad's a Q, so he was out there, and my mom was the book. Yeah. And my mom was the bookworm Delta. So.
Wow, my auntie's a Delta.
That's, you know what?
Delta. We here.
Yeah. But so just seeing their dynamic, watching that dynamic happen, because of course I pay attention when I need to pay attention. So watching them growing up was like, something's not right here. But I'm the child, so I can't say nothing. But I realized something is happening.
Yeah.
And just watching them go through because they're still not married today. Technically, they're in a common law marriage. Technically.
Okay.
By book.
Still staying there.
By book. They're in a common law marriage. They're not married. So just watching them go through the woes of a relationship over 26 years. been watching you since I was conscious.
Right.
And I don't know where I was going. This wine kicking in. But I follow my grandparents, just to say that it's a contrast between my parents' relationship and my grandparents' relationship. So I watch my grandparents' relationship versus my parents. And my mom would be like, I don't want you to be like me and your daddy was. I don't want you to be like that. And I'm like, I don't want to be like that.
Like, we're already there.
We're already there. I can't say that to her face because that goes back to the communication problem. Like, her communication with her mother was terrible. My grandma's communication with her mother was terrible, and probably so on and so forth. So,
yeah,
I only have 2 concrete examples of what I want that real Black love to be.
I do too. My dad's parents, I could take out a couple things, but it's just a simple fact of that it was till death do us part. You know what I mean?
Till death, that's a major thing when you're about to marry. Till death do it. Like, we take that seriously. Till death do us part. Why?
Yeah. And like, my grandfather, he was a very tall man. He was 6'9", almost 6'10", but he was a double amputee. So
he fought in the war?
No. He was diabetic and alcoholism. So I can relate to you with that. I never knew him to speak regularly how you and I speak. He had a stroke. So it was impaired. However, that's my dog. And you know, it was my grandma, she took care of him. You know what I'm saying? She bathed him. I mean, she did the work.
She did her duties as a wife.
She did her duties. Now, like, there were a lot of times where I felt like I wish they maybe had been nicer to him, just because, you know what I mean? And you don't notice, like you said, when you're a kid, you know, like, something's not right here, but I can't say anything.
I can't say nothing.
Yeah, but you notice, and it was things like that, and I'm like, wow, like, as a child, to feel like I need to go save him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, like, I was so ahead of my time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just mentally, like, you know what I mean? And so that's why nowadays, like, you know, I used to work in the school system. Shout out to my kids.
Hey.
Wow, that's crazy how time flies. But, like, that's why I'm like, you don't mess with kids and you don't mess with old folk. You know what I'm saying? You just don't. You just don't. That's the law. Yeah, that's just law of the land. So, you know, I just feel like people are just hurting. People are hurting so badly that
and they don't heal before they start having kids.
Yes,
because you're taking
this
on
trauma. Yes, they bring this trauma, and it's just like, that's another reason why I'm like very cautious. Like, you know, we grown people, we having sex, you know, but it's like, when I think about, like, you know, if I choose like a sex partner or whatever, it's like, would I want them to father my children? Like, do I think that they would be responsible enough to show up?
Just in case, because shit happens.
You know what I'm saying? Just to show up. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't have a solid confirmation of that, I just feel like this is just a no-fly zone. You know what I'm saying? Because that goes even further to what you're saying with generational curses, because you don't know what's going on in their families. You don't know what type of traumas they've got
they
carrying.
Could bring on to your kids, and they can bring it to your relationship.
Exactly.
You don't
and
know.
It's just so important, and I feel like people need to love themselves more. It's really a self-care thing, because it's not for me to tell you what you should be doing with you, but you know what's best for you. So why would you not give that to yourself? You want the very best of everyone else. Why would you not give the very best of yourself?
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
That's
you want everyone else to be that, you know? So it's like, I'm the type of person, I'm not going to ask for something I'm not willing to give. And I just feel like if most people, like, if more people would think like that, or like move with that type of mentality, there would be like a lot less hate.
A lot less. A lot less.
A lot less. Just love more, guys. You know?
Show love to yourself first and foremost.
Yeah, because you can't expect nobody to love you if you don't love you.
And literally, just going back to like the family dynamic, if like, let's say your parents, you don't know that they don't love themselves. Yeah. But of course, when you get older, you see it. You see it. And that carries on that adds to your trauma. Because you're just like, oh, well, I'm learning at like 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. So it's just like, oh, this is how, this is the norm. Okay, this is how I'm supposed to do things. I'm supposed to go into my room and cry every night. That's normal.
Yeah, I'm supposed to yell and scream whenever I'm upset and I don't get my way.
Yeah, that's normal. Okay.
That's normal. Okay. I'm supposed to be passive aggressive and say no when I really mean yes, or say yes when I really mean no.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of things. There's a lot of things that carries on.
I'm supposed to not speak up for myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to do that.
The communication issue that I have that I've been actively working on, because like I shared with you the other night, like it takes me a lot to like really open up and like actually talk. And that's where the alcoholism comes into place, because I turn into not a whole different person, but it's like I become more open. I can like talk to people. I can actually like
more relaxed. So you come, it's like a guarded wall.
Yeah, literally all the time. And that's just from watching my mother, from watching my grandmother. I didn't know my great grandmother, but if my grandmother came that way, then of course she watched whatever you went through.
Correct.
So that's something that I've been actively trying to break. And as I don't suffer from alcoholism, I'm not an alcoholic.
Yes.
Just want to put that out there as a disclaimer.
I know that, but yes, let's let the people know.
Yes. I thought I was during quarantine, but that's because niggas was bored and didn't have nothing else to do but eat shit, sleep, and watch TV all day and do some work. But it's both of them come into play when it comes to shit like this. Like the alcoholism comes into play because I feel like I can communicate more if I have alcohol in my system. I can do that.
You're not as afraid. It's to get more courage. That liquid courage is real.
Absolutely real. Yes, I am telling you.
Definitely.
Because me being sober, I'm sober now. Like 80%.
You about right.
I'm like, I'm like 80% because I'm like 3 bottles in. But I'm about to start my 4th one. But it's just when
that hate me then.
You need to catch the fuck up. But
I have to drive.
I do too. Before I ain't gonna do. Let me not be peer pressure. See. So it's just like something I'm trying to definitely break, because my mother is not a talker. She's not. She's not someone that will, if she has emotions, she won't express them. She'll shut down immediately, and I've witnessed this happen, and this is why I've like battled between, I have both my mother and my father's personality. Same. Both of them are here. The outward bubbly, all of that in like social person is my father. The bookworm stays to herself, journaling, just in her own little bubble is my mother. So that side jumps out even more. That expressive side comes. What am I trying to say? Words. That expressive side hides behind.
It's like on the back burner. Yeah,
but hides behind the y'all help me with words.
I know what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it plain. Yeah, I'm trying to make it plain for the audience, but niggas have been drinking. So that's something that I really have been actively trying to work on, because I'm like, I cannot take this into the next one, because I see how it's been affecting me since I've been conscious.
Yeah.
It's, you don't talk to your family members. I can't express my feelings like that. Like I'm learning how to have that emotional intelligence, so that if I do feel angry, I can say, hey, I'm upset. I don't feel right about this situation.
Yeah.
Because growing up, that wasn't a thing. Be tough.
Yeah. Because how you feel about it don't matter. Because you're the child. You need to do what I told you.
You're the child. Right. So, and that was the constant thing growing up. Being able to share things with my mother, because me and my mother's relationship is really odd. We talk, but we don't talk, because she again is that bookworm.
I kind of feel what you're saying. My dad and I are kind of like that, except the fact that I know he can talk. You know what I'm saying? But it's like what you're saying. It's like, if I call my dad, it's like, hey, how are you? Like type thing. And then it's like, oh, well, this is what I had going on. Well, okay, well, that's cool. I'm glad that that's good for you,
mom.
Type.
Like
it's
real
just very
surface
bland.
level.
Yeah. And it's like, if I ask you, well, what's been going on with you? Nothing, just working. That's all I get.
We're not
You know what
over
I'm
here
saying?
bashing our parents. I just want y'all to say,
No, we're not.
We're
Yeah,
not
but
over
it's
here
just
bashing our
like
parents.
it's like I'm
stepping
seeking
into
like
our truth.
more. You know what I'm saying? Like I want more because I know it's like for instance, like if you're dating someone, right? And you know they've been doing this right here, this routine with you. They're consistently, right? And then all of a sudden they start taking little things away. You're going to notice that, right? And you're going to be like, well, what's keeping you from giving me what you were giving me? You know what I'm saying? Like
what changed?
What correct? And what is it that I need to do to get it back?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can only do what I can do.
Right.
Right. So you have to meet me halfway if you want that. And don't say that you want a thing and then turn around and not do it, because you can make your mouth say anything, but actions are what I'm going to believe. You know what I'm saying? So it's that struggle for me now of like, you know, you're always your parents' child, but like feeling needed. You know what I mean? Because naturally, we all need our parents. Like we're gonna need them forever. But it's like to feel wanted as the child, seen, yes, and yes, to be acknowledged. Hello, come on, somebody, bro. To like be acknowledged is just so big, and it's like I constantly am so grateful that like my mom has just constantly been a reliable parent to me. That my dad has never been reliable, because he has, and I would be remiss if I, would say that, because my dad is a hard worker and he provided, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want for anything growing up, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want for nothing. Yeah. I really didn't. You know what I'm saying? I had a great childhood, you know what I'm saying? We went on family vacations, I had, but it's a hard reality check when you really see what it took to have, you know what I'm saying? And what was sacrificed to have, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, when I look at that, I'm like, wow. Ooh, excuse me. You got me on this burp thing.
I told you. It's something happened with the mic. I don't know.
So now I'm looking at like, okay, well, when I have kids, is this trade-off worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that in the long run?
You don't want to bring that. You don't want to bring that into your kids. You don't want to.
Yeah. And I just want, like, I feel like I'm going to be a kick-ass mom. Honestly, I feel like everyone gonna be at my house.
Most definitely, you know that's the goal. I'm a mom, but I'm a cool mom. I'm gonna pop you against your shit, but hey, you can still come talk to me.
You can, and I'm gonna do the real rap with you. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in letting kids express themselves, like especially being now that I have that experience as a teacher, like these kids really be going through stuff. And it's like they will not tell you something out of fear of getting in trouble. Like you're not going to get in trouble for expressing your feelings. And I feel like that's something that is wrong. Like we were talking about the mental health. Like that's mentally, it stunts you mentally, because now you feel like, okay, well, if I feel this way, I'm not allowed to go to outside express this those
feelings. Yes. You're not allowed to tell, hey, parents, hey guys, you kind of made me upset in this situation. You can't say that because they're the parent.
Yeah, this hurt me. Well, okay, well, tough. You know what I'm saying? You know,
the parent. Okay, so like you said, what goes?
It goes, and it's just like, now that I've been able to like talk to my mom about those certain things, and like how my mom used to express, she felt bad because she was always the last one to like know things, because we used to be afraid how she was going to react, And so now it's like, as adults, and that's one thing I always appreciate about my sister as well, is because, she'll back me up and we'll back each other up. We're like, well, no. Well, now wait a minute. This is how we have been because XYZ, right? And what we would like to be is this right here. Right, so now that you see where we want to go, what is it that you're going to do to help facilitate that? You know what I'm saying? Because we can give you this information. You know what I'm saying? What you do with it is entirely up to you. So that's what I say. I'm like, knowledge is great, but if you don't use it, what does it matter?
Facts. Absolutely agree. And I wish that as the oldest, I'm the oldest of 3.
Oh, wow.
And me and my siblings are 7 and 14 years apart. So I wish...
I can relate. My oldest brother and I are 14 years apart.
I wish I had closer siblings.
Yeah.
And it's wild watching my 12-year-old sister wake up and like be aware of things that I didn't become aware of till my 20s.
It's so crazy, right? Like kids, like the amount of information and accessibility that there is now is unreal. I mean, it's really unreal. These kids are way older than we were.
Advanced. I mean, they grew up in we didn't see the whole evolution of technology.
We were really the guinea pigs. They tested everything out on us.
Yeah, we got the first to get touch screens.
Everything.
I mean, like phones, of course, didn't come around with us. A lot of things didn't come around, but we saw like that digital that changed from like regular to digital. We were there for that.
Yeah. What's it from analog?
Yes.
Yeah.
From her, it was like just listen to her speak, and she's able to pinpoint the problems within the family at 12 years old. And that's so wild because in my journey at 26, I'm still like
figuring things out
with why my family is the way that it is. Why do we act the way they act? Why do we communicate the way that we communicate? Why is our dynamic the way that it is? And she's just picking up. She literally, that's why I say she's my child. She comes to me. She doesn't go to my mother again. That's it's still generational though. Because she's 14 years away from me. So it's still a generation away from me, technically. You know what's
crazy that you say that? Because how you're the oldest and she's on the back end. My brother is the oldest and I'm on the back end. We're 14 years apart. And it's crazy how much he learns from me. You know what I'm saying? And I learn from him too. But it's amazing how much he soaks up and he's like, yo, like, how can you look at this like this? You know what I'm saying? You see this in the way.
You grew up in a different time. You grew up with a different mindset. Like you were, I don't know what happens in the womb. I don't know, you know, but it's honestly, some science behind it.
I feel like my mom told me that I needed a whooping before I came out. Because I would not move all day long. When it's time for her to lay down and go to sleep, that's when I would start moving. So I've always been a night owl. So it's so funny that, you know,
nocturnal visions.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy. We are the light when there's darkness. You know what I'm saying? We're up when everybody else is sleeping. We all got the same 24 hours. So just because I start mine at night and I'm asleep at 5 a.m. when you getting up, don't mean I wasn't working.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's the beauty of it. And it's just kind of like, she was like, yeah, you were just a night owl from the jump. And I'm like, dang, like, that's really crazy how certain small, like, things, like, follow you. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been that. I was that nerd kid underneath the blanket with a flashlight reading books. And I'm supposed to be in bed. We got school tomorrow, you know. But I got to finish this chapter because it's just so good. It's so good. And I got to know what happens. I just must know. I can't rest until I find out, you know. Like, that kind of passion is, like, what I try to channel, like, in my everyday life when I'm working on things. Or, like, you know, when I'm, you know, now that I'm working for my new job, you know, when I'm out in the field, you know what I'm saying? I want everyone that comes in contact with me to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I want them to feel like I'm approachable. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to feel like I think that I'm better or there's some type of air about me where you can't sit with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can't. But it's like, you know.
If you ain't got the right energy, don't sit around me.
Yeah, no, facts. And that's just real. But it's like, you know, it's all love. I don't have nothing but love for nobody. But it's like, don't, you know, take folks for granted, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like weird. There's so many people, especially in this male-dominated industry. It's so much weird energy. And there's so many people, and it's so funny because there are people that you know that really pray for your downfall and really hope that, like, and really hope that, you know, you don't make it where you're trying to go. And they really, like, you know. Oh my God.
She's okay. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, y'all. My computer fell on the side of the couch and I got really scared because Mac is expensive as fuck.
Oh my God.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Like, is it good?
She's good. It's like I dropped a brand new phone. She's good.
You see, I tried to keep going, but I was like, But yeah, nah. It's just like, it's so crazy how people will try to portray a genuine energy, but you know it is not so. And I thank God for discernment because that's a real thing that we need. Because people will try to get up in your spurt Okay, they will try to make you doubt yourself just because they doubt themselves. They will
And
try to
they are
project their
close. They
issues.
could be your close ass friends.
Yeah,
Close ass
You know the
family.
new devotionals. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's me. You gotta forgive me. I have not been sending you devotionals this week.
It's okay, girl. It's okay. Life be lifing.
It be lifing, but like I just, I try to be. I'm ready. Oh my gosh. So okay. Shout out to Deja because she keeps me encouraged, bro. So like we were talking about music earlier.
Yeah.
I have a project that never came out due to some technical issues.
Excuse me?
Yeah. It's called Mockingbird.
Oh.
Yeah, Mockingbird never came out, and you heard it here first, people.
Exclusive, another one.
It's on the way. So I'm gonna have to call it a mixtape just due to technicalities of things.
Right.
But it's coming. And I'm excited because only your real friends are gonna push you to keep pressing forward. Even when things are going completely wrong.
Right.
Completely against
that light
the
at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. So those are the type of people that I pray that God keeps sending into my life and keep in my life, because it's like they see me where I don't see me sometimes. And I'm always seeing them where they don't see themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, girl, I had a dream and you was hosting on some
just having visions and shit.
Yeah. And it's crazy because as a kid, I used to have dreams that would actually come true.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
I don't know if deja vu is a thing where you would have, if whether it's just like literally I lived this moment before or I've dreamed it and it happened, dreamt it and it happened. It's crazy how that shit works. And we think we know about how life works, how our spirit works, how the dream world works, how all these things work, but we really don't know at the end of the day. We don't know anything. All this shit could be a theory.
It could be.
And y'all just went and ran with it because it made sense. Went and ran with it because it made sense in the moment. But it is about that time.
It is.
So we say all that to say that finances is not the only generational curse that you need to break. There are a lot of things that affect your children in ways that you may not see is affecting them, but it's still affecting them because they are learning still at a young age. And kids be watching, kids be learning at all times. Kids be learning.
They do be.
So I feel like you need to be conscious. You need to be aware. You need to not be so quick to get angry. You need to have these conversations with your kids. There's so many things that you just need to be more aware of, especially in this new age, which I, again, am so grateful for the growth in parenting.
People are a lot more sensitive these days, too.
Oh, God, that's a whole nother episode for another day. But just focus on what you need to break, other than the fact that, you may have grown up broke. I've grown up broke. Bree, you grew up broke?
I've been broke before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've all had lack of funds.
Okay.
But that's not the only thing that's going to affect the family. That's not the only thing that's going to affect your mental state. That's not the only thing out there.
Because when you don't have them financials, you got to have your faith. You got to be grounded. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to encourage yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and know that, with support, you know what I'm saying? Surround yourself with good people, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to be fine. But you gotta trust yourself. Then that's the thing. I think that's another generational curse, is that I think parents coming up now should teach their kids to be able to trust their decision making, because that's something that I've struggled with.
Because they instill the fact that
they make you question stuff.
Literally so much.
Like honestly, it's crazy enough. Love my grandma to death, but she said something to me a few months back when I first initially moved back to Atlanta. She's like, "Well, have you found a real job yet?"
Yeah,
and girl, you know what? It hurt me. It hurt me,
Yeah, man.
But I knew she didn't mean it. But
She
it's
meant goodwill.
She meant goodwill. But it's like, yo, my not real
This is
job
real.
can pay your real bills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? you feel me?
Okay.
So it's like, okay. So it's like one of those things where it's like, times have changed, and whereas yes, we have accessibility to a lot more things, we also have a lot more hurdles to get over. We have, look at inflation. You know what I'm saying? We have, things are going up.
Brutality. There's so many things happening.
So many things that are constantly happening, and then not to mention on top of being black in America. You know what I'm saying? That's one whole thing by itself.
And the only thing you told us, we gotta be twice as hard. I mean, we gotta be twice as good.
And then God, thank you for blessing me. You made me a woman. You know what I'm saying? So that piles on a whole nother thing.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you. Yeah, because I wouldn't trade it. However,
period.
You know what I'm saying? It comes with a lot. And I don't think people really, unless you are us, understand the magnitude of that, understand how adaptable we as black women really have to be literally 24/7. It's
girl, that's a whole, you about to tap into a whole nother thing. We're gonna have to be for a whole nother hour.
There's no break.
Please.
Thank you so much for having me.
Girl,
thank you so much for having me.
We about to go into a whole nother segment, child. Like, we can talk about that.
Listen,
we can get into that.
You know, we get deep around here,
child. Okay, these are the everyday conversations that me and her have.
Yes.
But just going back to generational curses and the state of your mental health, really pay attention to how you grew up and what you want to change. And just look at all the, I don't want to say look at all the families that are being brought up today, because, you know, comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh, have mercy, it is.
But just notice a pattern where we are going against quote unquote traditional parenting skills within our community, because we realize that those traditional parenting skills, quote unquote, really affected our mental state growing up. And I appreciate the fact that we're unlearning things, and now we're getting ourselves together so that our children won't have to worry about these things as if like I was gonna say whether or not my parents love me, but that's not a thing. It is a thing, but it's not a thing.
Well, it's not so much as if they love you, it's how they express that.
How they express it. Exactly. Like communication, with being introduced to new vices, with being just introduced to things that if you were to go into a group of people, they wouldn't know what the fuck was going on because that's foreign to them.
Correct.
Like, I do appreciate this our generation becoming parents and definitely like taking that time to unlearn what they learned from their parents and their grandparents and all that great stuff, because it's a chain reaction. It's a chain reaction, and burdens are passed down through the generations.
It's in the bloodline. And the thing about it is, why you think when it get hot, we get angry?
We get angry. Oh,
that's
a
a
little
whole
in my
nother thing.
stomach. I really feel it when I get angry.
I'm just like,
burns.
I'm not coming outside. Like when it's summertime in the heat of the summer, y'all know I'm not coming outside until after 6 p.m.
No, because the sun got to go down.
Yeah, absolutely. Because my asthmatic self,
it's too hot. Niggas get hot when it ain't.
Yeah, and my brain start doing something crazy, and So that's something that's slavery, though.
Literally,
you don't do that.
Things are passed down, and you really have to take that into consideration. You really have to think about those things when you're raising the next generation.
You got to pray them things up off you.
So, yes. Thank you. This was a great episode.
I had a great time. Like,
I really thank you. I know it was kind of last minute,
but I just came ready. You know what I'm saying?
And I
was just
appreciate that, like, for real.
Word.
Thank you for being here.
That you feel like you could call on me.
Girl, yes.
You know?
Girl, yes. Yes.
Like, you filled me up. You know what I'm saying? This is the highlight of my week.
Fill me up.
Yes.
Until I overflow. I want to run over.
Holly.
Child, we're finna go to worship session. We ain't got time for that.
Okay.
But again, shout out to Miss Lotus High, aka my pretty bitch, aka Miss Brianna Lee. My best bitch in the world. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Shout out to you, Nay.
Oh man,
this you. I'm just happy to be in the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy
you're
in
here.
The mix.
And I'm happy you're here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm happy you're here.
Yes.
Genuinely.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You heard it here first, people. Okay.
You heard it. You got some exclusives. You got some deep ass talks. But just to close out the show on a good note, I hope y'all have a great weekend. I hope y'all have a prosperous week for the next week after. I hope that like you just continue to heal and continue to work within yourselves and continue to be positive, continue to spread love, just continue to be you as well. Because whoever don't like it, fuck them.
Yeah. Give yourself grace, guys.
Literally that.
It's okay.
And for those who are starting families, thank you so much for bringing on the next generation of Black
procreation,
of Black excellence.
Yes, holla.
Appreciate you for that and showing them the light and not bringing on that extra baggage that has been carried on throughout your family's history. Appreciate you for that.
Much love.
Much love. So, Miss Ma'am, go ahead and promote yourself, promote your businesses, promote yourself again for the people so they can go ahead and follow you.
You know what I'm saying?
The new page and the old page.
Yes. So, the old page, God willing, we gonna get it back. That's at Lotus, LOTUS.HYE. My highlights and stuff are still on the page. So, if you want to see what I do, click the highlights, check me out. You know what I'm saying? However, if you want to see what we do, which everything I do is what we do because we are Nocturnal Visions. Follow us at Noc Visions, NOC Visions, VISIONS. We're on everything. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook.
Just be on the lookout, goddamn.
Be on the lookout. We outside, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Deja, you know what I'm saying? Day one, A1, gang. We out here, you know what I'm saying? We love y'all. It's all love. Book with us. We running this special this month. If you want to book, hit the link in our bio on the business page. We ready to receive you. We're excited to work. And, you know, y'all stay blessed. Be blessed. And live your truth. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody do you better than you.
Period. What a great way to end off. Thank you again. Thank you again.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, excuse me.
It's been a pleasure. It's truly a pleasure.
Oh, man.
Truly. I will come back anytime you're willing to have me.
We'll be glad to have you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
be very glad to have you.
Maybe you can help me on a couple of things.
Oh, girl, you know, just to plug myself, I am the GOAT.
Yes, you are.
So,
Nay the GOAT. Nay the GOAT.
Anything dealing with, I ain't never plugged myself on the episode, for real. I mean, like, shit, anything you need, social media. I have not dabbled in the audio for years, but I still am kept abreast of the things that happened with audio. I try to keep myself, there so that if I ever do go back, I know what the fuck was going on.
Hell yeah.
So yes, if you ever need some social media help, you ever need some like encouragements, you ever need some audio things, because I do got my laptop now, so I can help with those type of things. Anything, I am
be soliciting your services real soon here in the near future. Oh, my new Instagram at VTHE Lotus LOTUS.HYE at VLotus High. It's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
We out here.
And just to keep the conversation going, I am going to post a poll on the story as always. Not a poll, but a questionnaire on the story as always, just to see like what are some of the generational curses that you want to break outside of financial things, because that's just the generalized one that we have within our community. So something to reflect on, something to think about, And on that note, like, tune in to, this is episode 8. Make sure you follow the podcast at Please Hold Podcast on IG and Please Hold Pod C1. I don't know how to say it, but it is Please Hold Pod C1 on twitter.com. Make sure you follow us at _Hasina _Ashay on IG and at Nay the Goat on IG as well. Get tuned in because we're gonna take the fuck off.
We taking over.
And not often I like to shout out All In, but shout out to All In because y'all the fam, period.
Gang, yeah. Shout out to Diamond.
Yes, man.
For real.
Oh, that's the homie for real.
He the GOAT. We love him. Okay?
Ever since Cinco Set.
Single.
Cinco Set. But thank y'all again for tuning in to episode 8. This was an amazing episode. Thank you, Lotus, for tuning. Oh, not tuning in because you're here, but thank you, Lotus, for being here. Thank you for speaking with me. Thank you for being so raw and vulnerable. Like, I really appreciate the fact that you were in a space where you could do that, and I am appreciative that you allowed me to be in that space with you, and you allowed the listeners to be in that space with you as well. Thank you for that.
Y'all know I'm an open book. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, what have you done, or what kind of life are you living if you can't share your experiences with someone else? You know what I'm saying? Because what I've been through might help you.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You might not have to
a
go
blessing
through
in
that.
disguise. You don't know.
Hello, be a light, people.
Period. On that note, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in for episode 8.
Oh, please hold. Hello. Assisting on.
Assisting on. Hello.
Hello. Testing, like check. Yes, hold that thought, and we'll be right back.
Okay, tags. Come on, liners. But thank y'all again. This has been another episode of Please Hold Podcast. I am your host, Adnay the Goat, and this is
Lotus. Hi, yours
period.
truly.
Yes.
Be easy.
Love y'all. Okay, bye.
Bye.